Hello, Goodnight Moons. I'm Lydia Bell, and for our video project, I decided to learn more about Joey Pigza from our last class reading book, Joey Pigza Swallowed the Key, by Jack Gantos. In the sequel, Joey Pigza Loses Control, Joey finally manages to meet his father, who left shortly after he was born, and, as his mother warns, is wired just like him. In Joey Pigza Swallowed the Key, Joey often showed interest in visiting his dad. In this book, his mother drives him and his dog Pablo down to visit his father and grandmother for the summer. Sure enough, his father shares some traits with Joey's old wired self. He has trouble listening and has trouble keeping his promises. He also insists that he overcame his problems through sheer willpower, and forces Joey to try and follow in his footsteps, as you can hear in this passage from the book. Oh, here's the book, by the way. Woo! Alright. I wanted him to stop telling me who I was when I knew better. He wanted me to be something I wasn't, and I wanted him to be something he wasn't. We were so far apart, and yet, even though I knew he was right, even though I knew he was wrong, he was my dad, and I wanted him to be right. More than anything, I wanted him to have all the answers. Then he ripped under my shirt quick as a cat and ripped off my patch. "You are liberated," he announced seriously. "You are your own man, in control of your own life, and free as a bird." He held the patch between his fingers, like it was a crusty scab, and dropped it in the toilet. "No more patches," he said. "You don't need them. You're going to be a winner without them." "I don't think so," I whispered. "There's no going back now," he said. "We don't need this stuff. Real men can tough it out. Be determined. Don't tell your mom," he said. "She'll be upset with me. But once you show her you don't need this stuff, she'll really respect what I'm doing here." Then he stood up and lifted the lid of the toilet, and one by one he took my patches out of the box, and balled them up in his fist and dropped them into the bowl. I tried to reach for them, but he held me back with one hand. "You're in my house now, buddy. You may not know it yet, but the greatest gift I can give you is to take something away from you. Funny, isn't it?" So, I think this book would be a good read for any student, middle school grade or higher. Like the first Joey Pigza book, it covers emotional behavioral problems, and it shows him a glimpse into his possible future, as he tries to figure out which Joey he likes better himself, the well-behaved Joey that his mother loves, or the unmechanicated Joey that his father is trying to convince to move in with him. If you like the first Joey Pigza book, and I would highly recommend the sequel, because it's entertaining and it's exciting. It's got a really good plot like the first one. Like, if the first one drew you in, then I think you would like this one a lot. It's got similar issues and interesting plot. So yeah, it's a good sequel. Good night.